On time, motherfuckers. Sorry, I stole that.
Yeah, I literally said that 3 seconds ago.
Right, I need to work out if I... Right, everyone stay quiet. That's an arse.
What's an arse? Your face.
There we go. I was just making sure. Can someone confirm that our new sound works?
Dunno.
Get in the bin.
Indeed.
Nice, I like it. You know what we need? We need a bullshit button. Just bullshit.
What do you mean no sound?
What new sound? Mark's been working really hard on this.
I actually hit the record button on the system.
Do it again. Do it again, Mark.
I'm doing it. No idea.
We're still waiting.
Yeah, it clearly doesn't work.
You've broke the button.
I broke the button. Advanced audio properties are screw you.
Well, we'll let you fiddle with that. How are we all doing, people in the chat? How are we doing, fellow hosts?
Hang on a minute. Matt, can you please panto me?
I can't.
Oh, you suck.
What's up?
Sorry.
Okay.
Well.
Right, okay, so, very quickly, weather report. Slight heat wave coming from the deep south, hell, with a nationwide sweep of male poached bollock fever. Major sweat spots all around the country with loads of lava in the northern counties, whilst magma sweeps across the southern territories. Over to you, Mac.
Thank you. Over to you, Gas.
Right, we have a fun-packed, rage-inducing show tonight. Our special guest today is a lingering sense of malaise because it is fucking hot as hell. Yeah, where should we start? How are we doing? Have you had a good week, guys?
What do you mean? It's Tuesday.
But there's been a week, and since we last spoke to you, well, no, it's Friday, but that
And then
doesn't
yesterday
count.
it was bank holiday.
We had a bank holiday and everything. It feels
So
like
yeah, I've had a freaking awesome week.
Who was working yesterday?
Haha, you a dickhead.
Saw you coming, didn't I?
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
wait a minute. What about the people up in Scotland? Way!
Oh yeah, unlucky Scotland.
Can even hear Dolan's fan. Oh, don't.
I mean, it's just like, it's not like, the thing is, it's not covering up your audio like Chandler's used to.
I'm going
Like
to say it's not like Chandler's fan.
Yeah, Chandler sounded like a jet turbine taking off. Yours just sounds like a faint road off in the distance.
It's lovely. It's tranquil, peace and quiet over in the Chandler household now. It's marvellous.
Yeah,
I have in fact actually left the computer on overnight because I didn't realise it was on.
Awesome.
I didn't do that before because I could hear it just going in the other room.
See, by all accounts, you should be hearing my fans from my computer because in here, wind tunnel. But for some reason, no one can, so I'm happy about that.
Okay, good audio.
Yeah, chat, did you guys have a good bank holiday? Are you enjoying the sun? Has anyone ended up with heat stroke?
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Everyone stop speaking. I'm just going to kill everyone's audio. Right, they've gone. I've gone. No, I'm still there. Right, I'm going to swap that to that. Guys, let me know if the audio is working fine for everyone else. Everyone's me?
Test. 1, 2. Test.
Testing 1, 2.
Jono's not coming through.
He is.
He wasn't coming through the Twitch.
I heard him.
Was he? Did you? Oh, okay.
You might have it muted, Chandler.
Okay.
Right, in which case, let me try the soundboard.
Get in the bin.
It is a bit weird hearing it coming through Skype and through Twitch at the same time.
Cheers, Vapes. I am good.
Soundboard works. Right, in which case, if we get any subs, any bits, anything at all, you should all now get the audio as it should have been. Lag.
I think there's a little bit of lag from Chandler's end, but we know about that.
Yeah. Cass and Jono laggy.
Oh.
Oh,
Me as well.
I thought
I'm laggy
you were
as well.
just saying hello.
Maybe it's
I'm
the
up-
soundboard
if I'm-
messing everything up.
If I'm not laggy, then that's going to be mildly impressive, isn't it?
Hello, Diddy. Diddy's in.
Good evening, Diddy.
Do-do.
How bad is it? Is it watchable? Can one of the mods feedback and just say if it's watchable or not? Are we good? Are we okay to? Sounds good and clear, guys. Excellent.
Cool.
Get in the
Perfect.
bin.
Cool. Anyway, so I've forgotten what I was gonna say. Let's just start with what we're vaping on. Mark, what are you vaping on?
Me, I am vaping on the Reaper, and I also got myself the Dicodes.
Very nice. That is a very nice looking thing.
I know we gave a quick view of it on Friday evening. Yes, do like very much. Happy as a pig in proverbial shit.
There you go.
And in that, I am on still on no cigar, but I'm running.
Oh, you are.
Seriously low.
Someone's getting a top up this weekend.
I hope so. I did nick up some Cubano up to 12 milligram. However,
Not loving it.
not overly. Maybe it needs time to sit, but it's a lot tobacco-y than I remember. This seems like a very, very, very similar show to Friday nights, but Chandler, Jono, and Cass are all lagging.
Only on orgies feed. It's okay.
I'll just turn my camera off on again. 2 seconds.
You're fine on our end.
I'm fine
How
for
am I
me as
looking
well.
now?
So I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe your orgy, but nothing at my end points to lag.
Tell me if.
Right, is that any better?
Right,
Maybe.
try again. All three are out of sync.
haven't
That
done it.
should be better now, guys. Speak.
Hello.
Hey up, you're alright.
That should be loads better. Now.
Cool.
All three.
Brilliant, perfect.
A lot better.
Just
talk
talk
faster.
faster.
Well, like a slave movie.
It's gonna come in and out all evening, so just bear with. Jono, what are you vaping on, my man?
Shock and awe. I'm still on that Tesla Invader 4. I'm still
Oh, what? I thought you were saying you were on a shock and awe. I was about to be extremely impressed then.
No, that's basically the joke. It's like shock and awe. I'm in the sarcastic way. I'm on the same thing that I've been on for the past 3 weeks, but I'm still really loving it. It's taken an absolute hammering at work. Just when we're driving all day in and out of van, it's done me wonders. Really has.
What have you got on top on it?
I've got shock and awe again. I've got a drop dead Addy.
Oh well, there you go.
Oh, that matchy. It's got to be the matchy. And again, shock and awe for the 3rd time in a row. Cloudy lemonade.
Oh my lord, really? Cloudy lemonade? Blimey!
Whoop whoop.
Jonathan's like watching a bad Chinese film. Well,
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, what can you do?
Maybe it's Mark's new soundboard that's ruining everything.
It's not.
Weird.
It's not.
No,
because
I'm blaming the soundboard regardless.
I'm actually blaming the heat.
disabled it. Oh,
I think it's the
I've
heat.
disabled everything. We're back as we were.
You're telling me everything's disabled?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that kind of, you know, we're not...
Especially you.
Isn't that a NIST thing? Yeah, okay.
I mean, the thing is, right, Mark's computer is running hot because it is in a very hot room. As soon as it starts to run hot, it starts to also run slow. So I imagine that's part of it.
Probably.
But it's all good. It's all good. Chandler.
Hello.
Yeah,
right.
come.
Okay. Shock and awe. I've got the noisy cricket with the gear RTA on the top. I mean, what can I say? And in that, I've got shock and awe. A elderflower and apple.
That is the gayest looking bottle I've ever seen.
It's awesome, isn't it? Look at that. It's good, isn't it?
It ain't though, is it?
It's wafer thin.
It looks like it should be holding scotch rather than e-liquid.
Yeah,
Like a hip flask.
It is, and which means, like a hip flask, it goes much more nicely in the pocket than them silly round things.
What do you mean? A bottle?
That's it. I mean, let me
That's
get
not
a
a bottle.
See,
That is-
I don't mind carrying a bottle in my pocket because it makes me look far more well endowed than I am.
Oh, look, there we go.
Exactly. So it should be on powder lemonade.
Yeah, it should be on cloudy lemonade.
To be
I
honest,
might put cloudy lemonade in.
Chandler, what percentage is that
I'm
JPV
actually going
mixed
to give
at?
that an absolute bashing over weekend just to see what I think. So I didn't really give it a fair chance.
You're wagging it around all over the place. Oh, it is the elderflower and apple. Okay.
Yeah, in a proper bottle.
In a well, yeah, no, proper bottle. That's 60 ml and everything. Ah,
So it's that.
it goes in my pocket.
A 10 mil.
Yeah, but it fits in my pocket.
Cheers, Gareth. Oh, mate.
So does my bottle.
You know what I found, right? The 30 ml, a 30 ml dinky flat one.
Oh my god.
You know that silly little pocket that you've got on your jeans, that little pocket at the back of your pocket that no one knows what it's for. That fits
Carry
in there.
condoms in.
That fits in there a treat. There you go. So just drop me 30 mil.
Cat
In that
opened the door
pocket.
on that one.
You mean the secret pocket that everybody knows about with a pair of
Yeah, the
lace
secret
lights?
pocket. Yeah. What was it? It was originally for your Zippo lighter or whatever. But yeah, that 30 ml bottle fits in there beautifully. So that's gesundheit.
Oh dear.
I thought Mark was actually going to start saying Jono. 'Cause that's the same face that he pulled.
I'm allergic to bullshit. Sorry.
Amazing.
Thanks, Mark. Look, I don't care what you guys, what you lot think. I way prefer these flat bottles, much better than the round things.
He's getting from IKEA
Right.
in the world of flat.
Mm.
Along
Flat
with the
pack,
mods that you're
really.
vaping now. What else are you vaping on?
I've got the Communic Vapor, because I'm trying to make my mind up whether it's coming with me at the weekend or not, and it's got a what the hell's that tank?
Is that your OFRF?
It's a salts. No. It's a mouth to lung. It's the tiny 18 mil mouth to lung that I've suddenly completely forgotten what the hell it's called.
Is it just called the Salt?
Yeah, I think so. It's the Salt RTA by. I've completely forgotten who it is. Jesus, it'll come back to me in a bit. But yeah, and I've got my ridiculously large drip tip on it, which is fine.
Sweet Jeff just says, "Don't sneeze against the fan." Pro tip.
Mm. Yeah, it sprays it back into the room. But actually, you get that cooling effect as the moisture just goes everywhere. It's great.
No.
Always useful.
All right.
I actually did it yesterday in the car, and my wife was absolutely pissing herself laughing because I took a vape and then I sneezed, and it was just it was just a cloud everywhere in the car. It went all over the steering wheel and everything. Like, did you just sneeze, vape? I was like, yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
Maybe.
Oh,
So,
dear.
bum, 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 bum. What is the newscast?
Can I do what I'm vaping on first?
No, you fucking can't.
Kaz, what are you vaping on, mate?
What am I vaping on? Literally nothing different to last time. K-Fun.
Oh, so I
Go
feel
on,
that.
go ahead and say it. Shock and awe.
Shock and Awe, Squid Industries Double Barrel, K-Fun, and Ephemeral, which is lovely. Still getting through that. I haven't got much left though. I don't know.
Which one's that? Is that Panda? No, it's Lion.
No, it's called Lion, but it tastes like the Panda flavor profile.
No, we went through this before, where we actually searched for it.
Does it taste of popcorn?
It does.
You know, that,
Fuck off.
you're tasting the popcorn lung. Get in the fucking bin.
Oh, don't, Chandler. Right.
Hang on. Is the Lion? Hang on. The Lion one, is that the the Lion one? Is that the one with the peanut butter in?
It's the one with the main.
It's the one with the what?
It's the one with the main.
What?
Let's stop talking about this because it's not. It's not possible. It's
Okay,
possible.
fine. It's
I will
completely-
bring it on Saturday, and you guys can try it and
Bring
tell
it.
me.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Bring it.
The news. Right, let's have a look what's going on. So, going to start with some not so rage-inducing news, and then we're going to go on to some more rage-inducing news. So, before all of you guys start snoring and falling asleep, because I'm fully expecting it.
You're gonna go for the rage stuff first, are you?
No. This is quite
Save
a
that for
relevant
later.
point. Yeah, I'll save that for a minute. So this is on The Guardian, and they basically, the title of this is "Vaping's Other Problem: Are E-cigarettes Creating a Recycling Disaster?" So it says vaping has been declared a serious health epidemic. Doesn't say who declared that, but it says that it's been declared. But it could also create a massive recycling disaster, according to researchers. And top companies in the sector are piloting research programs to address the millions of devices improperly disposed of each year. So it says market research group Euromonitor estimates that the number of adults who vape will approximately reach 55 million by 2021. The e-cigarette market was worth approximately 5.5 billion as of 2018, and as of 2017, there were 565 type of e-cigarette devices on the market. I call bullshit on that. I think there was far more.
Well, okay, we'll let them off that one, shall we?
Yeah, it goes 184 of which were disposable or single use. When littered, these products can leach dangerous metals, battery acid, and nicotine into the environment, and there is no legal way to recycle them. So it says, whilst leading vape companies Juul and Altria have expressed the need to act on the growing problem of electronic waste that their devices leave behind, none of the companies so far has taken the necessary action. It is the consensus of the public health researchers working on the environmental cost of tobacco that e-cigarette manufacturers need to put a product deposit system into action. This bloke and all of his colleagues have been carrying out a study of local high schools and students and the disposal of their devices. They examined 9 San Francisco Bay Area high schools and found Juul waste in 6 out of 9 of the schools, collecting hundreds of mango, mint, and menthol flavored capsules. Vape cartridges that hold flavored nicotine or cannabis solution contain chemicals and must be dealt with. But they must be handled by e-waste programs according to hazardous waste firm PEGX. Apparently, proper disposal requires removing the filler material, rinsing it underwater, then wrapping it in a scrap of biodegradable material, and the cartridge itself should only be rinsed and then sealed with its original plug, and then only can it be discarded as you would any other plastic waste. So a woman called Sophie Tat, who has worked at a convenience store and vape shop vape shop in California, has said she decided to start an in-store recycling program after seeing customers tossing their spent vapes into the garbage or onto the street. She said she's seen purchases of vape products increase about 20% in her store in the last year, and is frustrated that none of the products she sells have instructions for recycling. It's very hard to recycle small electronic products like that, if I'm honest. And apparently this person said that the FDA should create a more clear framework for recycling these devices and should implement existing regulation addressing electronic devices, and it would be a shame if vape products, which may turn out to be less harmful to individuals, end up being ecologically much more harmful. So yeah.
No? Okay, sorry. You finished?
That one I'm finished on. I'm just reading
Okay,
the seeing who's.
I was going to say it's interesting. It's interesting to see something that's taking it from the stance of the devices, because usually it's think of all the plastic waste coming from the juice bottles. So what about the
devices themselves?
About the devices themselves, yeah.
For example, in my shop, anyone, it's not really a thing, but we're quite happy to take people's broken batteries, broken devices off them, and then we dispose of them through a battery disposal company. So we send it off to them, they rip it all apart, and they sort things out, and that way we know. And the other thing is, it sounds stupid, but it's actually really dangerous to throw a battery just straight into your recycling. If that then touches metal within it, it can start fires outside of the end of it. You imagine if your binman's putting your bins away and it starts venting in your bin. It's not wonderful for them. Everyone is so mean about the news section. Honestly, I might just get rid of it.
Why? What's going on? Is this in the chat?
It is. So we've got. Toral says, I make use of the news section to relive the years it took me to read Ulysses. Diddy says, personally, I love the news section. It's the only time I get to piss. You know what? I'd curated an interesting set of articles, but you can all get fucked. Anyway,
I need a was.
Gareth likes the news, so keep going.
Right, okay, fine. I don't take much noticing.
Yeah, take notice of Gareth, so it's fine.
This one will be relevant to all of you. So if you've all been watching Facebook and things, you will see that they are now reporting that the first death linked to vaping has happened in Illinois.
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you may continue.
I'm confused as to what you did. I didn't see it. So it says basically, and I read through a lot of articles to find one that I felt gave a balanced view on this. So it says a patient has died after developing a severe respiratory disease due to vaping, and the such first death in the US. It comes as experts investigate a mystery lung disease across the US that is linked to the use of e-cigarettes, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said there were 193 potential cases in 22 US states. Many of the cases involve vaping THC, the main active compound in cannabis. The cases were reported over the course of 2 months between June and August. The person who died was hospitalized with an unexplained illness after reportedly vaping or e-cigarette use, and the tragic death reinforces the serious risks associated with e-cigarette products. In many cases, patients have acknowledged recent use of THC-containing products. These include symptoms of shortness of breath, fatigue, vomiting, and diarrhea, but there's no evidence of an infectious disease. But there is much that remains a mystery. They don't want to admit that it's not vaping, that it is just THC, and this is the rage-inducing bit.
If it was anything else, it would be allegedly, first death allegedly linked to vaping, but they just don't. They just go first death linked to vaping. It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of saying, hang on a minute. All of these patients, they came to the hospital in a car. It must be the car's fault. It's the same logic as going. All of these patients have vaped, therefore it is the vape. Did you know the article I linked you to? Did you have a chance to read that?
I did have a little read of it, and it's quite interesting.
It's interesting because the article I saw was taking it from the point of this is the honest facts. We don't actually know if it's linked to vaping. If it is linked to vaping, it's probably not nicotine that they've been vaping. It's been something else. So,
well, this is the thing, and it is down to the THC use. There were other articles not linked to vaping that were talking about the massive increase in spice use, which, if you don't know, is obviously synthetic THC, which is many hundreds of times stronger. Now, there was no big hoo-ha when you get people who die from the use of hooky cigarettes that had asbestos and all sorts of shit in them. It's the same risk. Vaping is not the issue. It's what people are putting into their vapes that are the issue. Now, people are clearly going to be trying to make the cheapest possible products to get them out and make themselves money. In this case, drug dealers with dodgy spice, dodgy THC, who just don't give a fuck. And this is what they're using. But it's easier for the people to blame vaping, because if they blame vaping, then it doesn't fall back on them that they were using THC products. And it's all within the same age group. 17 to 38 years old is the.
It's also the fact that because it's a vape that they're using, and there is obviously hoo-ha about dual use and teenage vaping. They've just gone, oh yes, so now it's got to do with the vaping. So it's just clickbait, isn't it?
And this is it. And the FDA are going to be jumping on this so fucking hard, because if they can link it to a death, I mean, it's a shame that they don't jump. It's a shame that the government don't jump on it when however many hundreds of kids decide to, well, not decide to, but however many hundreds of kids die from guns. But one person dies from vaping, and I guarantee they ban the shit out of that within the next 6 months.
Mark, you're enjoying that way too much.
What?
Your little flashy things.
I got told to put a bullshit. So we have a bullshit.
Alright, put the batteries on to charge. Do the bullshit again. Let me put my audio on. I want to hear what it does.
Oh, it doesn't. It's just a.
It just flashes up. Oh, okay.
Just an heads up for people as well. Obviously, with the weather being as it is, and I know, it's common sense, but there will be that one person, and it's always just that one person who accidentally leaves the mod in the sun. The mod and the batteries overheat. Just make sure you put it in there. Put it in somewhere safe. Don't let your batteries overheat.
Don't leave them in a hot car.
I saw
at the very least, if it's a pod system, the pod leaks like fuck.
Did anyone else see a video of a dude with a mod, and the mod had like a leather stickery thing, and he was like, "Oh, look how hot it is! It's melting the sticker off of it," and it's like a leather thing. It's like, mate, if your mod's getting that hot, maybe you should take your batteries out and not use it, because if it's melting the glue on your vape, this thing's getting way too goddamn hot.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, so just pre-warn for you. Obviously, we're all here for one reason, but can't stress enough just to do it safely. I know I'm usually the one that clowns about and dicks about, but I cannot stress enough about being safe. It's the one thing that I will strive to and stress to people.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how many people died from smoking on the same day that person. Isn't it like it's like over 100 people a day, isn't it?
Something crazy like that.
I'm actually going to look it up. How many people die from smoking a day? Let's have a look.
I thought it'd be in the thousands, but
1,300 deaths a day in the US.
Yeah, there you go.
1,300?
Yeah, it's 480,000 deaths a year in the US.
Good God, I didn't think it'd be that much.
What day was that recorded?
That was on the 28th of November 2018, so it's not that old in the grand scheme of censuses.
Well, in that sense, that number will drop by next year, just by the amount of people who are actually making the switch over.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
But what you've got to remember is that what the twats will do is we'll start putting deaths related to vaping.
Yeah, of course they will. They'll label it. They will.
Well, at the moment, it's. I saw in the article it was the first. This is the first death related to vaping, and at the bottom of the article they went, and at least 2 people have died in the US from a mod exploding in their face. I'm thinking.
Bollocks. Hang on. Bullshit.
Yeah, but even so, you're still thinking. You're looking at 3. How many people die from exploding? I don't know, overinflating a tire that explodes or something. It's.
I bet more people die from choking on drip.
More people die from dog bites a year than vaping.
Only for Chandler's drip tips.
Right, I've got one more bit of news for you guys.
Inhale mine, they're too big.
Right.
Oh, have you deep throat, man?
Brilliant.
Right. You guys are gonna like this. It is the sun, which I hate, but there are sometimes they're good for a pun.
Oh God, here we go.
So, Puff Baddie, vaping addict 25, says she contracted pneumonia from e-cigarette, leaving her hooked to oxygen tank.
Oh, fuck off.
What?
Oh, hang on.
What?
I wasn't listening. Please.
Sorry.
Say that again.
Puff Baddie, vaping addict 25, said she contracted pneumonia from e-cigarette, leaving her hooked to oxygen tank. So it says a vaping addict claims she contracted pneumonia from her e-cigarette, leaving her constantly hooked to an oxygen tank. Aubrey Butterfield puffed constantly on her e-cig for 3 years until last month when she began vomiting and coughing up blood. Then it says, get this right, the caption said, the nursing assistant took up vaping as a student because she thought it looked cool. Doctors diagnosed the 25-year-old with lipoid pneumonia when they discovered vegetable glycerin, a common ingredient in vape juice, had caked her lungs. The rare condition occurs when fat particles enter the lungs. Despite having never smoked a cigarette before, Aubrey now needs an oxygen tank when she sleeps and runs errands. She said, I wasn't really aware of any negative effects around vaping. I knew nicotine was addictive, but vapes seemed so safe. Her story comes as US health authorities launched an investigation into an epidemic of mysterious lung illnesses.
When? Sorry,
Pardon?
when was this published?
This was published the 21st of August, so 5-6 days ago.
6 days. Okay, it's all right. I just remember John Martin talking about this because I purely remember it because her name's Aubrey Butterfield.
He might have done because it would have been posted before their show last week.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, so
Sorry.
most.
We're not first.
Oh,
Damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So apparently she spent around $100 a month on her vaping habit and enjoyed the fruity flavors as opposed to harsh tobacco. But she never smoked. So how does she know?
But the best bit is that the disease that she's contracted, the lung disease that she's contracted, is due to inhaling fat.
Yeah, but that's a rare condition only present in her, it seems. So it's a combination of vegetable glycerin and whatever her lung condition is.
No, but the condition that she's got is you contract it from inhaling fats, and you don't have any fats in vapes at all.
Yeah.
So where she's got this pneumonia from, she hasn't got it from a vape.
No, I mean, for all we know, she worked in a fry kitchen and was inhaling small particles of fat, which was caking the VG into her lungs.
Or man fat.
Maybe. I mean, she ain't small. I felt like I couldn't breathe. She says, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I wasn't getting enough air in my lungs. My neck was super stiff and I couldn't move it. I couldn't turn my head. I slept for hours and hours and I was still so tired.
Do you know what? Someone should have just put her down.
She can't turn her head because she's got a fucking uni chin. It's when all the double chins have joined into one big chin. That's fucking why.
Is she a big lass? I've not seen the picture.
Well, it says Aubrey before she got ill, and there's a picture of her. And you're saying, oh yeah, she looks all fine and dandy. She looks better in the hospital bed.
Yeah. So yeah, I think.
Okay.
I think there's some other problems going on with this here. But at the end of the day, she decided to start vaping because it was cool, not because she was trying to give up smoking. So she can get in the bin.
Thing is, when you look, I mean, she will probably cover that up as like a cold sore. Like the picture I'm looking at, she's actually got the oxygen tank hooked up to her face. That actually she could pass that off as a cold sore. I reckon she's vented a batch with a thick bitch.
Maybe. But that is all of the news I have for you today.
Oh my god. It's starting to wind me up now, all these fucking fake news.
It's not fake news. It's what the media does best.
It's misinformed news.
Putting it in a different light to what it should be.
See, they don't think they're lying, right? But the information they have been given is massively incorrect.
Yes.
Now, have you noticed that of the hundreds of articles I've done over the last year, not one of them has taken, or very, very few of them have taken the opinion of someone who is an expert in producing or making these e-liquids, or someone who is an expert in testing these e-liquids that is not based in a medical research facility. You know, someone from the MHRA who does liquid testing, someone from one of the testing companies that test nicotine strengths. Why are they not taking these people's things into comment? Simply because it doesn't back up their bullshit argument.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So there we go. That is this week's news.
Sorry, I went off on one day. It's starting to wind me up a bit more now.
Okay, that's fair enough. You're good.
Right. Just to elongate this section somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
What pisses me off is that these people that have been harmed or have died from AIDS or whatever it is they've contracted from vaping.
AIDS. Sorry.
AIDS, HIV, whatever it is they believe they've contracted from vaping. Now, the unfortunate thing is that they have utilised the hardware that has been developed for vaping. So they're utilising our cartomizers, they're utilising our batteries, they're utilising... Okay, our batteries probably wasn't fair, but they're utilising things that have been designed and developed for inhaling...
Nicotine
or e-liquid products.
Yeah.
But they're using it for getting smacked off their tits on whatever it is they're getting smacked on their tits on. So obviously it's going to give us a bad name.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what's happening. Is they're not using it for the intended purpose, and then they're blaming it. It's like having a car and going, I drove into my car exploded because I put pure methylated spirits in it.
Yeah, but no, all cars are the problem.
And it's the car that's the fault, not the fact that they put methylated spirits into the tank. You know.
Well, exactly. It's dumb, and I'm with you on that, Mark. I think you can't teach stupid, and if people are gonna abuse this to the point where people who are just out to make a quick buck, no matter what the health issues are, then it's gonna fuck us over as an industry.
I think just people have got to be aware and open-minded that it's stupidity. And I know as soon as the fucking media get hold of it, it's going to be a vaping device, and it is going to be a smock device that killed someone. It is going to be frustrating.
It is frustrating, and this is why it's so, because as an industry we have been as an industry we have made sure that we are super responsible in, making sure that our products are safe, making sure that battery safety is as common knowledge as possible, making sure that people realise what to do and what not to do. That is something we have done as an industry. No government body has forced us to do that. And then sorry, go on.
But it's not that. It's the fact that they're putting fucking dodgy THC that someone's developed in their basement into our product.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. These people are coming along and doing that, and undermining all of the hard work this industry has done to make it a safe industry.
Orgy, but have you noticed it's always Juul that's in the news and not Smock, Aspire and other companies?
It's Juul
Smock is a very small company in the UK compared to Smock and Aspire.
The audio will be exactly the same between Twitch and YouTube. Is my audio quiet, people? If it is, I will turn it up. Just in my girth. Oh, we're talking about DMs now.
Yeah, there's some weird things going on in chat at the moment. There's winking and all sorts going off at the moment.
Well, there we go. My volume should be louder now. Wink, wink. More like a wank, wank knowing this lot.
Oh, amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, it does.
dear.
It does seem to be dual, like especially when it's over the US side. It's like they've got. It's like big tobacco have gone out of the way, which we knew that it was going to happen. To start up Joel, to then blame everything on vaping, to get everybody back on cigs.
But no, Juul's an easy target. You know, there's enough people out there that are against Juul, and Juul are an easy target. And as much as I really don't like them, they really have got a shitty end of the deal because they're being abused and
But they're
given shit. You know, there we go. Vaping has become a generic term for vaporizing any product in any device. It has, but in the States, vaping, they don't talk about vaping. They talk about juuling.
it's like Hoover is to vacuuming.
Hoover, exactly. I was going to say that.
Yeah, and the thing is that Juul have become a victim of their own success, but also is they are reckless in dealing with their bad press because they just don't make it any better for themselves.
No,
You know?
they don't. But
And-
yeah, they really have become a household name, haven't they? Like Hoover.
Over there.
Over
they
there,
have.
not over here.
Over here, not. And I think, you know, I've seen Leicester is very much at the forefront of. We still got about inches and millimeters. Leicester's very much and always has been at the forefront of positivity for vaping. And they were one of the first people to promote. You know, Leicester Hospital, you cannot smoke on site at all, but you're more than welcome to vape. Where's my point? What was my point?
Don't know.
Leicester leading the forefront of something. Juul not being big in the UK.
I have noticed that our local co-op now have Juul behind the counter, and they seem to be phasing out blue, which is interesting.
Well, that's not a bad thing, to be fair.
No,
is it?
I mean, but blue have
Yeah,
shut
but they're
themselves-
replacing it. They're replacing it with Juul, which is not a hell of a lot better.
Well, the issue with Blue is that Blue, and I've got first-hand experience of this, is Blue are selling their products under one deal, which they're promising will last for a certain amount of time, and then very quickly changing the deal, charging their consumers much more money, but then the deal that was in originally is still in place, so that the shops that are buying their stuff are actually ending up worse off. So people are just getting them gone because they keep changing their fucking minds half the time, and then selling their own products at a quarter of the price of what any of their distributors are selling them at.
Which is just, yeah.
What the
Anyway.
fuck is going on in chat?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
All these words. mean
Somebody
nothing
said
to
something
me.
about Imperial and then dressing up as stormtroopers, and now we've just moving on to Star Wars.
I blame DM. I think he's coming in to distract everyone.
Yeah.
If I go into Sainsbury's, I can get a wide selection of vaping products, and it's in the pharmacy aisle.
In the pharmacy
not
aisle?
in our it's not in our. It's not in our pharmacy aisle. In our Sainsbury's, it's just on a. It's just on an.
See,
end.
where I am, it's behind the cigarette counter.
Yeah, in our Asda, I'll be honest, I haven't been into a Sainsbury's, but in our Asda, in our Sainsbury's local, they are above the cigarettes. The cabinet with the shutter.
Well, I saw a little
It's a bit
spa
weak
shop
and
selling
see
Aspire products.
Ugh.
Fair play to him. Fair play to him. Take my hat off. To
Yeah,
him.
they're selling and they weren't undercutting us either, which is good. They're selling it for the same price we do, selling Aspire products, a few bits of Vape 88 juice, Kick juice, whatever, but they were selling Aspire products. So, fair play. Fair play. Oh,
Sorry, this is probably one for the Late Late Vape Show,
oh.
but Breaking Bad.
Did you see the teaser?
Yes.
I'm going to have to rewatch the whole series before the 11th of November.
And this is something, those of you that want to join us on Friday. Oh shit, we're not doing this Friday. Well, you guys maybe. I will be in.
Cass very faintly shook his head then and said, "Fuck that, I'm not doing it."
No. Next
I might do it on my
Uh,
own. Just chat shit to myself.
Amazing.
But yeah, I'm excited. Now we're fostering kittens. I need to turn off chat. It's messing with my head.
But yeah, it's definitely the main conspirators are DM, Torrell, and Diddy.
Let's just move swiftly on, because otherwise we're going to get sucked into chat.
No, deny that. Goodbye.
Is Diddy just causing havoc?
Did you just see what it just put in the chat, or can I only see that?
No, I can say that.
It just says
no,
add
we saw
blocked
it as well.
term and then a word.
No, only we can see
Okay,
that.
good. Whew.
Okay.
Kind of defeats the point of blocking it then.
Did you do it, Kaz? Did you type that in?
No, I did not. And shut up.
Okay.
Right, this guy is getting
What do you like?
blocked. Bye.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Right.
Oh.
Hey guys, we're successful now. We have spammers.
Why is he not gone?
Spammers who can't type.
Doesn't get rid of what's already there.
No, he can type.
He's gone.
Just in a,
Oh,
thanks,
I
Badger.
thought I'd banned him. Oh well. Assuming it's a him, or they, or she, or whatever.
I think Diddy might actually be behaving.
Oh, hang on a minute. Dale, my mate, got some jewel in his shop after another vape shop owner told him that they sell well. I think he sold 2 kits and a pack of pods in the 3 months he's had them.
Hopefully he didn't pay for them.
Cosmo paid for him.
Yeah. Mark, earlier in the week, posted in the chat, or yesterday, day before, a really interesting video. And it's a point I've actually put in the show notes. So this video, without going into it, basically said that this guy was coming off of vaping because he said that he was more addicted to vaping than he ever was to cigarettes, that it was driving him mad, that he couldn't go more than 5 minutes without a vape, that he woke up with it in his hand, he went to bed with it in his hand, and it kind of got me thinking, does anyone feel like they are more addicted to vaping than they are to cigarettes? Do they use their vape with the same frequency that they used to smoke? Do they feel that sense like you've lost a limb if you go out the house and leave your vape at home? Is this a problem that we've not really thought about?
We've touched base on it before about it basically being like a comfort blanket. About if you haven't got it on you, you start to panic. But if you know where it is and you know it's in your pocket or in your glove compartment of car, if it's in what's your middle bit of car?
Console.
Center console, thank you. Or if it's in your center console while you're driving, you know that you're okay. Well, the second you think that you haven't got it, you do panic. And it's it's a comfort blanket.
Yeah,
I've discussed this on the podcast, and yes, I'm with him. When I'm at home, I've constantly got it in my hands. I watched a film with the missus yesterday, and I was constantly puffing all the way through the film.
Did you stop the film to go up and get it because you realised it wasn't to hand at all?
No, I had got it to hand
a few times.
Yeah.
However, if I go to the cinema, I can sit in the cinema and I can watch a film, and I'm not.
Whereas that because you never smoked in a cinema?
Nah. Yeah, I did smoke in a cinema. I have smoked in a cinema. There's a cinema up the road from here, and I do remember going to the cinema where I could smoke in the cinema. So I am that old.
Chandler's that old.
Sorry, let me just set up a poll for this. Sorry.
You'll know this, Jono. You know the the cinema in Penistone. You know Penistone.
What?
I know penis.
Are you more addicted to vaping
Penistone
than you were to smoking?
Yeah.
So, Chandler's been around that long. He was still in the cinemas when the Dolly Girls were coming around with the trays of cigarettes.
Did you go to the cinema to watch the newsreels, Chandler?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That's how I found out that the First World War was starting. Yes.
He saw the first premiere of Pink Panther.
I think that was before the First World War, wasn't it?
See, I'm with Dale. I actually take a device to bed with me because I normally like watch a bit of YouTube, flick through my phone, and I'll be sat there vaping until I go to sleep.
That I don't do.
Yeah. Yeah, but if I'm in a situation like if I'm at work or I've been out with the in-laws this evening, and I've been in a situation where I can't vape. I'm not gagging to go outside and have a cigarette like have a vape like I was when I was smoking. When I was smoking, it would be a case of, you'd suddenly get, I need to smoke, I want to go, I want to smoke, I want to smoke. And that would happen when I was in the cinema. I'd be halfway through a film thinking, I'm dying for a cigarette. Whereas I don't get that with vaping at all. I can drive for ages without.
See, to me,
vaping.
it's a different thing because like now, how many times have you sat there and you've had one puff and put your mod down?
A few.
Where you're getting that 3 milligram, right? And then a few minutes later, take another puff, put your mod down for another 5 minutes. Yeah? Whereas a cigarette, you know that for a fact you had that certain amount of time before it burnt down to end, before it started burning your lips off.
Yeah.
Right? So the amount of nicotine that you're getting in one cigarette compared to what you're getting in a vape now, it's a different level.
But this is the thing, right? I can vape all day.
How often though, when you were smoking, were you working at your computer, at your desk, or whatever? I did this a few times. You're working away, you light yourself a cigarette, and realise that the other one is just the one. There's one in the ashtray still half burning.
No, I said I used to do that when I used to do long gaming sessions. I constantly had a fag hanging out of my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
sorry, am I allowed to say that on Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cigarette.
Yes,
cigarette
it might
hanging out
be
of my mouth.
something else to the Americans. Yeah.
Orgy's made a good point. It's also a boredom thing. If you're chilling at home, you'll vape more. See, this is it. Because I can vape all day at work, and there are points where I do get bored at work, I will vape more. However, I feel like if I worked a job where I couldn't necessarily vape, unless it was within predetermined breaks, then I might vape less. I don't know.
You see, I've not voted.
I haven't just voted.
I haven't voted just because I don't think it's like far or out between it.
Answer the question. One or
But
two.
do you feel you're more addicted to vaping than you were to smoking? If you had to choose one or the
But
other.
it's like,
I think I vape.
Smoking's a habit, whereas the level where we're all at now, it's a hobby.
Right, so you could take the nicotine out of your e-liquid and just vape because it's a hobby.
Frick no, I'd drive myself mad.
There we go. So the answer for you is
I wouldn't.
one.
We've already done this when I've had zero nick and I've been quite happy. The only time it freaks me out is when I realise that it's zero nick. If I don't know it's zero nick, it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Is that because you can't fit another nick shot in your gay little bottle?
You missed that, Jono. Were you there for? Do you remember the experiment that we did with Mark and Chandler?
It didn't. It wasn't.
No, I wasn't there.
Yeah, so basically Mark sent Chandler 2 unlabelled bottles. One had nick in, one didn't. They were both the same flavour, and they were both filled up to the same point, so there was no discernible way of doing it.
Yeah.
Chandler didn't know, and then he had to vape both and see if he could figure out, because he stated that he could unequivocally decide whether it had nick or not in it.
I actually stated I couldn't. And
you couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, and I actually did guess which one had got the nick in, but I think that was more down to a 50-50 chance rather than actually knowing, because I wasn't sure. I could have vaped both of them quite happily.
Can we do the same experiment with me?
Oh.
Yeah. What nick strength do you normally vape? 3 milligram. Yeah, I was
3,
on 3
or if I'm
milligram.
on, it'll be 80 milligram salts or 6 in freebase.
Or 6 in
Did you
free.
say 80 milligram?
18.
Yeah, 18 milligram in salts.
80, as in 80?
18. Teen.
Teen. Yeah,
Who
I
does
got 18. It's the Yorkshire accent. You're just not attuned to it.
Maybe.
So I think we should do the same thing to you, Jono.
I ain't got time between the now and when I see him.
It don't matter.
Are we seeing, Jono? Are we seeing you at the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Yeah. What? You like cloudy lemonade?
I love
DM, when he was a youth and broke as fuck, he used to make grubby nubbies out of the ashtray. That counts as rebuilding.
God, yeah. That counts as rebuilding. Oh yeah, using the butt ends. Every like 6 or 7 fags, you could use the butt ends to make another one.
Gareth's hardcore. He's on 20 milligram freebase.
Do you know what? Just to answer the poll, I would say I'm more addicted to vaping than I was to smoking, kind of. But
it's a difficult question to answer because I think
yeah, of course it is.
I am as addicted to. I don't want to give up vaping, but I don't get the cravings like I had with cigarettes. I can go when I can't vape. I don't go completely bonkers. You know.
I do.
You see, right. Here's an interesting one. Lindsay started vaping at the same time as me. We started vaping because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Now, I've been up and down. I've gone from 3 to 0 to 12 to all over the place. She, for the past 3-4 months, has been on 0.
Right.
Okay.
But she vapes like a fucking trooper. She vapes like it's the last cock she's gonna get.
But is she
honest?
Does she want to be on 0?
So many comments coming at once. No.
She's not here. Knock yourself out. But no, honestly, she doesn't vape Nick. But she's like, we'll be sat there, we'll be out for dinner, and she'll be like, I need a vape. So it's a psychological vape because there's no fucking nicotine in it.
Yeah.
Like a placebo effect.
But this was the thing with cigarettes, is there were other addictive chemicals in cigarettes other than nicotine.
Joe, when we went to the States,
Yeah.
she was on. I'm positive she was on 0 when we went to the States, right? She actually took a little white plastic inhalator from Nicorette with her on the plane.
Wow.
Really? What, for her to puff on because she couldn't vape?
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Even though
a
she
very
was on
long
0
flight.
Nick?
I don't think I could go out 8 hours. I could never go 8 hours without a fag, let alone a vape.
Now I can manage a flight
10,
like
11
that.
hours.
Wow.
When I went to New York, I was gripping the arms of my seat because I was itching to have one. And I actually it was. I didn't actually realise about the smoking ban when it first came in over in US. And I lit up a fag in cigarette in the airport straight away.
In the building.
Oh yeah, in the building, literally like nearly as I got off the plane.
Yeah.
And the security, I just felt this massive hand on my shoulder. Excuse me, sir, could you put out your cigarette? Oh my days.
Okay.
Massive security guard, or like, oh shit.
Oh. Yeah, because I can remember walking around.
To be fair, Matt, I can see why it is a psychological thing.
Joe, the reason I quit.
Because Lindsay were doing your heading?
Because Lindsay was pregnant.
No, because I was the one that put it up to her. Let me rephrase that.
Arf.
I was the one that suggested that we tried vaping. So at the time, I was a teacher.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to come back to the snus in a second. Now, I would leave the house. As I was backing off the drive, I'd light a cigarette. As I got to my first set of traffic lights, I'd light a cigarette. When I got to just outside Asda traffic lights, I'd light a cigarette. As I got to work, I'd run upstairs, I'd make a coffee, I'd run downstairs, I'd have a cigarette. And my entire smokingness was all based on routine.
You lived your life around the cigarettes you had.
It
I
was
did.
it was
I would-
it
I
was
would-
a it was a
I was-
challenge when you went to school, wasn't it? To have to be throwing your cigarette butt out as you pulled into the drive. Where have you got that from?
Out of my drawer.
You've still got them in your drawer.
Yeah. I'm sure. Hang on. How many packets can I probably pull it? Oh, here we go. So, L&M,
Oh.
Good God.
Palace,
Ugh.
and they're all. That's how well I know I'm doing, because they have been in there since I stopped.
Right, so Mark, you had a bit pretty fucked up brands. Cass, what were your brand?
I smoked either Marlboro Hundreds, Marlboro Red, or Lucky Strike.
Lucky Strike.
Good
Mate,
grief.
daddies.
And when I was up to north, I used to find a brand called Black Devils, which were black cigarettes with a black filter,
Yes.
and they were like inhaling pure tar, but they were amazing because they tasted vaguely of licorice.
You remember the old myth with Lucky Strike?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chandler, what were your
Complete myth.
brand?
It would be Sovereign.
Do you know what? I don't know why I knew you'd be like a Sovereign or a Super Kings kind of.
Or a silk cut kind of guy.
No, it's not a
No.
Super King kind of guy. It's like worse than breathing.
There was a brand of cigarettes up north called Death cigarettes. Did you ever come across those?
No.
Literally black. It was a black packet with a skull on the front. It was just before it was when we knew that cigarettes killed. This company brought out a brand called Death cigarettes, and they were a soft pack, like the American packs you got.
Yeah.
They weren't in a box; they were just wrapped with paper.
Right, okay.
And they were the
it'd be
cool
interesting.
brand to have.
I wanted to go to chat as well.
Right, I'm just creating a poll.
Right.
So,
I'll
top of my list, my go-to cigarette was Embassy Number 1. So, right, what else have we got? B&H.
Right. I started with Regal King Size, so I was quite.
Can we-
I'm quite a
Did
classy
anyone
smoker.
smoke Mayfairs?
Hang on, I'll get to that.
Oh,
I'll get
no.
to that.
Can I
So,
throw in? Can I
I have-
throw in?
No,
what
you
I used
can't.
to smoke? No,
Shush.
shut.
Just- So we're on
I will
Regal
mute
first.
both of you.
Then I went on to Lambert's.
Lamberts.
If I
Gammy
didn't get
Lammies.
any Lamberts, then it was either Richmond's or Mayfair.
Richmond were my favourite. Right, so in our poll at the moment, I have got
Don't forget.
Embassy Number 1, B&H, Lamberton Butler, Regal, Mayfair, Richmond. Anything else you want me to add?
Yeah, because
John's-
this is what I used to smoke all the time. Drum. You've got no rollies in there whatsoever.
Drum. What was the green
Golden
one?
Virginia.
Golden Virginia and Old Holborn was the other one. If there
Oh,
was no
no,
drum
drum.
for Old Holborn, but it was drum or Samson. Do you remember Samson?
No.
Unfortunately, so.
Cutter's Choice.
Oh,
Or Amber Leaf?
Amberleaf. That was the step down.
Was that the one that used to come in that annoying foil packet that you could never get back together?
Yes. And
Yeah,
eventually
and
they
it came
put
in
it
a pack. Box. Yeah, like a packet of cigarettes,
Like a
but
pack
you've
of
got
fags
12 and a half gram and some papers in there as well.
Yeah. What about John Player Special? JPS Blacks.
Oh, JPS.
JPS Blacks. Don't forget the
Ah.
JPS Whites.
I'm not sure all these are going to fit
I think
on.
you have 9.
I'm up to 12. Sovereign. Oh, we need to have Royals. because you got
We've got
24.
to have a
I've got
menthol brand in there.
Yeah, menthol versions count as well. So if you just go for the
Oh.
brand, and if it was a menthol version of that brand, choose that brand.
You know what?
Super
What?
Kings.
I've got to do that all again because you all changed your mind.
What?
What? We didn't change our mind.
You did. I clicked publish and then you started adding stuff, so it's gone. I can't be asked now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, after all
You should
that.
have clicked
and
publish
it's
as fine as it was.
So, Embassy number 1. I'm going to type them all out again, you fuckers. Embassy number 1. B&H.
Cass, can you remember the Lamberts click?
Yeah. Oh, look, Golawards.
Menthol.
Look, DM's just talked about Golawards cigarettes. Do you remember those guys?
Galwar, yes, and I used to have the Galwar Red.
What were the cigs that were different colours? They were pink, blue, and they were all in a packet. All in the same packet, but they had a gold filter.
I'm not sure.
Can anyone remember them?
Does anyone remember the super skinny cigarettes? That,
Oh,
No.
the Super
Why would you-
Slims.
Cafe creme.
let's do this poll and then we'll move on away from cigarettes because this is Vape Talk UK.
I've only got 6.
Let's go with 6.
That'll do. Don't, as long as you've got some rolling tobacco in there, it's fine.
I haven't. Golden Virginia.
Just put rolling tobacco as one option.
Just put rolling. Yeah, just put rolling.
Camel.
DIY.
Woodbines. No, it weren't. They were super skinny and only women smoked them.
More.
Yeah, that's right. They were the slim line. They were.
They were like
More.
baby blue and yeah, maybe that was it. Baby blue and
Called
white
more.
packaging. Is that what they were called?
Yeah. There were an old lass that used to live down end on my mum's street, and me and my mate we used to take her to magazines, and she'd offer us a fag. We were only, I think,
Really?
how old were we? 11.
Oh my god. No.
Amazing.
Because she knew that we slide one away from her once, and then every so often she'd just give us a fag.
Oh dear. Yeah. So yeah, this is an interesting conversation because I think at the end of the day, I would say 99 out of 100 of us, if there were 100 of us, used to smoke.
No, sorry. Super King is a size. Yes, Super King is, but Super Kings
We're a brand. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
More commonly,
You had different. You had
Super
North
King
of
black,
Scotland.
blue, gold, red.
black, blue, gold, red. Yeah.
Super King
When
black.
when I met Lindsay, she used to smoke the black and gold.
Nice.
My dad had that. I lived in the local post office. Our front room was the local post office. So guess where I used to get my cigarettes from?
The local post office.
I just used to sneak in the front room and oh dear, that's accidentally fell into my pocket. Hey ho.
The corner shop.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember that rolling tobacco? It was like American native something or other, and it was dry as shit, and no one could roll it. And it used to have like a Native American on the front of the packet.
Chief.
Don't know.
Capris or Virginia Slims.
Yeah.
It seems,
Virginia Slims.
it seems like a lot of you were rolling tobaccos, and I'm 100% positive that none of you started on rolling tobacco. You ended up on rolling tobacco because it was cheaper, more satisfying, and as much as I hate to say it, better for you than straights.
Surely that's a myth.
It is really dependent.
It's not.
It depended whether you used a filter or if you put a roach in, it was horrendous, or if you didn't use anything.
What you should have put? Who smokes a pipe?
Oh, that Native American stuff was apparently for a pipe, but I definitely rolled it into a cigarette.
That's why you can't. That's why you can't roll it, because it wasn't a light shag; it was a rough cut.
Pipe. I don't smoke the weed.
And
Can someone just
I'll
clip
guarantee-
Chandler saying it wasn't a light shag, because that was hilarious.
I'm going to say, right, guarantee that everybody's first roll-up were either too baggy or so tight that you couldn't get a drag off it.
Mine looked like a joint. It was like all open-ended, and I went to light it, and it all fell out.
You see,
I used to use king size Rizzlers just for my normal cigarettes, and yeah, I do remember getting stopped in a local nightclub, going, "What's in that?" It's like, yeah, no, it's just tobacco, mate.
For licorice papers.
What's that, Mark?
I can't remember.
It seems something. No,
No.
that's gone. John Orr,
Yeah.
you got us a big question for this week.
I have Right, so.
So.
I need a drink for this one.
Are you making it up on the spot?
No, I actually thought about this today when I was driving.
Okay.
No.
So. So I want you to picture yourselves 18 years old.
Right. God, I've got to have a long memory for that
Oh,
one.
is that when you had hair?
I've actually got more hair now than I did then.
So, want to picture yourself when you were 18 years old. You've seen everybody vaping. It's cool. It's the new thing that's in. You've jumped on this clouds train. You've gone to your vape shops. You've done the cloud comps. You've failed, but somehow people want to sponsor you.
Yes, then.
So, Vape Nation, I want you to pick a juice, a mod, and a wire sponsor.
A wire sponsor?
Yeah.
Oh, are we talking mech mods or regulateds or whatever?
No, it'd have to be back. It'd have to be back.
Okay. Shall I go first? Does anyone else
Start
want
with,
to go first?
start with you, Matt.
So, juice, if they still existed, I would want to be sponsored by Animal.
Just so you can get some looper, yeah?
Basically, so I can get some looper, because at one point that was literally all I vaped, and that's it. That was the best at the time. That was the be all and end all of vaping for me. Was Animal looper. There wasn't anything that came close. I would find an excuse to not like another juice because it wasn't looper. So it would have to be Animal. And to be fair, even that weird new range they did afterwards, where they had like Reaver and Thrasher and all that, they weren't shit. But no, looper. So yeah, we're gonna go with Animal. Mod wise, it's a tricky one. Apart from their weird blip in the middle, I would actually say Vape Amp with their rig mods, because I didn't like the rig V3, even though I owned one. But the rig Pig and their new mechs are actually fucking awesome.
Rig?
Yeah. The V3 was a pile of crap. I still own one, and it's still a pile of crap. But the 2 was alright. The rig Pig was awesome. But their new stuff, all the Nerd stuff that's coming out, their new RDAs, they're actually not bad. So I would have said rig. Wire sponsor. I don't know that many wire companies that aren't like the crazy wire. No, I'd probably say M-Turk's wire. Or his coils, anyway.
He uses Twisted Messes wire.
In that case, Twisted Messes wire.
Or he used to do. I don't know what he uses now.
I don't know. His coils are pucker though.
Yeah, but I'm still not paying 25 quid for a pair.
Well, I'd
Regardless
make
of the
sure it
review.
was a sponsorship where it was just like hashtag free shit brigade. Like, you know, that's how I roll. No. Yeah, no. I would say that sort of area. All right. So yeah.
My choice, hands down, and I'm going back to old school. Not now, but back then. Not that vaping was a thing when I was 18. So my mod sponsor would be Avid Life. My juice sponsor would have been Flawless, not anymore. And my wire sponsor would have been Hot Wires.
Oh.
Do you know what? I knew you were going to go for Hot Wires.
See, I kind of had you down as a
'cause of
Purge
Ollie.
guy.
Just because of what?
Just because of Ollie.
Why? You see, I Hot Wires was good. Their 2-1 was incredible.
Yeah.
Their 21 gauge was just, oh, you get bear clouds, bro. I mean, like proper
Bear
bear
clouds,
clouds.
Yeah.
AV, Avid Life were just the mod company. You see, I had to toss up between Comp Life and Avid Life, but I think originally AV would have been the way to go. And Juice, you know, because I'm reminiscing, it'd have had to have been
Flawless. Game
Game
over.
over.
Game over. Game over.
Sounds like a game over.
Oh, we got Sweet Jeff, OG Noisy Cricket, Goon, and Crack.
No. You cannot use the OG Noisy Cricket because it wouldn't have got you into a cloud comp, unfortunately.
No, single batteries only.
Single battery 0.1 build.
Unless it was an outlaw comp.
Unless it was an outlaw comp, then you'd be going against me on something stupid. And I'm surprised you didn't put an RDA on there as well.
I was tempted, but with the way that people are going now with like mechs and that, they're kind of like including the RDA with it. Like endless.
They usually come.
rig.
They usually come as a mech and RDA kit.
Yeah.
Any RDA
No.
worth having doesn't come with the mech. They do that to make the mech more sellable.
Mark.
It's generally trash. Alright, Chandler.
I was just thinking, vaping in 1992.
No, just picture yourself as 18 years old now.
Oh, okay, right.
Not what
the-
you would
whoa.
be banging.
Right.
DM.
Okay.
DM. The CC underdog, and you know what? We sold a shit ton of the CCC stuff, and they weren't shit. The mods, though, hot button.
Yeah.
Hot button. Seriously hot button. You had to get your build right, your threads had to be clean. But the CCC deck with the CCC, they got quite a tall brass cap that went on the deck. And I know I've got one somewhere. I just don't know where.
Didn't go up in
But
flames,
I
did
agree.
it?
So hot button is a thing. So the fact that I noticed the button getting hot on my paps, that's a thing.
Threads.
That might be your
Threads.
threads.
I actually thought I had it.
Clean the threads.
Vapes123 said the Pravari, K-Fun, and Cutwood Juice any wire.
Thing is, CCC.
K-Fun for a cloud comp.
CCC, like he went out, didn't he? The last I heard, would it Fest 2 years ago?
It was. No, 3 years ago.
Wait, 3 years ago.
I can't think of his name. I picked my phone up.
James.
James.
Chandler,
James Smeaton.
No.
Chandler, what's yours?
I would have to be sponsored by Vicious Ant.
Okay.
Just
to keep
because
up with the
Vicious
amount
Ant.
you've destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, but Vicious Ant were the ones that were mech tubes yet. Ha ha! This one's still working perfectly fine.
They used to be stupidly expensive, didn't they?
Yeah,
Some
They
of the
were
original ones.
stupidly expensive.
UK E6 store.
UK E6. So do you remember the one that used to have the I think it was just called the Valkyrie, and it used to have like a hybrid deck, and it was a quad build deck, but it was like you couldn't fit anything bigger than 26 gauge in it.
Yeah.
But
And
they also
300
started,
quid.
and they also brought out RDAs that would only fit on their mech tubes.
Yeah.
So you can get an RDA that only fits the Phenom.
That was kind of like AV, to be honest. The battle deck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once you had the battle deck and the cap, that was practically the only thing that would fit on it.
Yeah.
Apparently, the guy shut up shop a year or two ago. Vapes123 says just open them up, and it's a 0.5 ohm coil. Sorry, you're still not going to be blowing clouds, bro, clouds.
See, I can't find it. I've got James in my head, but I'm going.
It is
through.
Flavor,
It's not.
bro, flavor.
James. It's not James because it'd be in my. What did you say his name was? James?
I said James Smeaton.
No.
Chat, do we know who was it? The owner of CCC?
No. Hang on, I'll ask Lindsay. Do you remember CCC? Yeah. Remember the guy?
James Russell.
James Russell. Well done. You're right.
Look at that. Genius.
Sweet Jeff has a black Phenom and the Atty to go with, and he loves it.
Oh.
The,
Yeah.
That Vape Fest mark, he were just about to release a cotton, wasn't
He released a cotton.
he? And
He did.
it were
And you know
the
what?
sample were like a bag like that. I shit you not. It were massive. The only thing that were bad about it is that it broke down too easily. Like when you tore it, it were like cotton wool. It just had no restraint. at all.
Okay.
He'd just been
But
to a
it
trip
was
to Boots, hadn't
so
he, before
good.
the show, and just bagged up all of their cotton wool
Yeah, of course
balls,
he
and
did. Just slid in it. Just slid on a little business card. That's all he did.
yeah.
Oh Lord.
But yeah,
I'm literally going back years and years and years of conversation and prototypes and
Wow.
fuck.
Oh my
Even-
god.
Even I've got prototype decks.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
bonkers.
he just seems to fall off the face of earth.
Do you know what I paid for those decks? £12 each.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
2016.
That's mad.
Uh,
And about he was at Collective, wasn't he?
was he?
Yeah.
The underdog. Hey, there we go. The
That was I had a
early
top cap
caps.
because at
know what?
Collective he had a camo one that he only had at
If
Collective.
anyone wants, I'm sure I've got a handful of brass ones sat in a box somewhere unsold. If anyone wants one, let me know.
And they actually fit the Doge 3. Well,
Mark, oh, you've done yours, haven't you, Mark? So, well, that's a cool question. I like that one this week.
Yeah.
That was cool.
so
Jono, what about you?
Jam Monster, hands down. Jam Monster rig.
Oh,
Mate, Cash, you don't understand how much I love my rigs.
Now, can I just
V2.
interject? Now, I had a lot of rigs,
Yeah.
and I had a lot of respect for rigs. Now, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
But I sense a but coming.
James was a dick.
yeah.
Me and Juan went to the stall at Expo when he released the V3.
Mhm.
And we heard the words come out of his mouth, I don't care how you do it, sell the fucking lot. And that's where it lost it for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
See, I knew that they had no confidence in the Rig V3 because about 3 months after they released the Rig V3, they started bringing out their knurled series of mods, which were completely different yet again. There are no accessories available for the V3. There is no support for it, and very few people have them. And they just binned them off and started doing their other stuff and their new RDA. I mean, the Roughneck V3 was a shocking RDA. The clamp system was complete bollocks, made no sense for any kind of builds that had any kind of flatness to the wire, i.e. aliens, fused, staples, just did not work in that. And the cap was just, the margins of error were terrible. Within 2 weeks, I'd ripped all of the O-rings off just from taking the cap on and off. But their new one, which is the something 45,
M41.
Isn't that the one that goes up to Lancaster?
I've got no idea. It is actually a decent RDA at a decent price. They were trying to sell off the Roughneck for like £92, and it's like it's not worth that. But their new one's good, and their knurled mods are way better because they're actual hybrid rather than their weird spazzy rig hybrid or a giant 510 adapter on top, which is what the rig is.
Can I add to this?
Mm-hmm. Let me just grab my rig. Carry on.
Go.
First thing I want to add is choose an RDA to that. But secondly, If you had to choose a setup today, what would it be?
Good shout. Very good shout.
It's pink.
I got the pink.
It's the skull candy.
Yeah, I actually have the matching cereals on the mech and the RDA. But look, this monstrosity is
The 510.
the 510, and you've got like 300 million threads in there. You can tell it's not been cleaned in a while. 300 million threads, which I think it was about 1.5 volt voltage drop because of that.
But right, for someone that used to run competitions and someone used to enter with a rig, you'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got no way of checking the voltage.
Yep.
We had no way of checking.
Unless you had the converter.
Also,
But then you didn't get a true.
who designs a button where you have to buy their fucking tool to get the button out?
Or have Dolan length fingers to get them out.
Well, what I ended up doing is getting a bit of doweling, knocking 2 little tacks into the end of it, and creating my own out of wood.
Why didn't you just buy the key?
Because it was like $25, but also every time I went on their website, it was out of stock.
Refocus.
Nope.
Thing is, I use ceramic tweezers to get my button out.
Yeah, I snapped 3 pairs doing that.
That's because you probably over tightened it, you absolute tool bag.
So,
Do you want to go
RDA.
for full shebang then?
RDA. I want the RDA first. What, Cass, would have been your RDA?
Oh, sorry, wire doctor wire as well.
Good man.
I would have said, and I don't know whether now or back then.
Back there.
It's not really a Clouds Bro Clouds RDA, but it was one of the best ones. Was the Dotmod Petrie V2.
Goon V1.
Goon V1 would have been my... Right,
The original recipe recoil with the cloud cap.
Okay.
The what?
The OG recoil. You know, the one Grim came out with. Yeah. See, the Dotmod was great with a cloud cap on it.
I've got one of them.
Rebirth. Good shout. You see, the problem is, for me, on that Chandler, was the thickness of the walls on that cap.
Weren't thick enough. Too thick.
Too thick.
So thick.
You
Like
can,
a quarter of an inch.
you can see how thick they are by the. You can see the green around the bottom.
What about the
sorry.
original soy RDA?
Sorry, guys,
Yes.
if you are wanting to still enter for the Cass Whacker competition, you've got half an hour to get your entries in.
I can't even remember what they had to do. I know that's to draw up a mod.
It was to design the Cass Whacker. Whacker.
Yeah, it's a mod. Design it.
Yeah,
Make it fun.
design a mod.
If you're looking for inspiration, look on VTUK, the Facebook group.
Well, it needs to be posted there anyway.
So, 2 RDAs.
That's so needs a clean. Look at the state of that.
Gross.
Gross.
Original Goon.
The OG Goon. And my other would be the original tugboat.
Oh.
Good shout.
Ooh.
Was that the one where you couldn't get the cap off for love nor money? Or am I thinking of the original Endless RDA? Not Endless, Limitless RDA.
Limitless.
You know what? I bet you we sold 500 tugboat RDAs easily. And they were one of the first companies, because it was before Limitless, it was before they released caps, didn't they?
What was your first RDA?
My first RDA came from, it was an octopus.
Okay. Chandler?
Yeah.
Mine was the recoil. Recoil was my first one.
Okay.
There you
Jono?
go.
Can't remember.
Mine?
Yeah, you can.
Go on.
You
Why-
always remember first.
YEP. Because, like a knobhead, I bought a Hell's Gate.
Is that the 2 RDA thing? Oh, wow.
I go W. You know what? That was mine. But Badger, did you drill it out?
Oh.
Did you drill it out? I still have one of those somewhere.
I have an iGo W6, but I think I've binned it.
Oh.
No, that wasn't my first. My first was a flawless production RDA.
See, with the YEP, I did actually upgrade the Hell's Gate because I got 2 of the Wismec Indestructibles, and it was the only other RDA that I could get matchy with black RDAs to actually fit the Hell's Gate to get that dual cap on. It would have machined that. My wife would not let me vape it in the house. It would just instant cloud room out. Just were ridiculous.
That's insane. That's insane.
You see, I really like the Dark Horse. The Dark Horse RDA was good. Any of you remember that?
No.
I'm quite lost on this conversation.
I'm trying to remember the Mutation X.
The Mutation
Yeah.
X. We sold a lot of those.
What about a Troll V2 or the Troll V1?
Oh,
Trolls
yeah.
were good.
Yeah, Trolls were good.
Trolls were good.
Love RDA.
Oh, in fact, no. My first RDA was a Hellboy, the square one.
Was it really?
Swear to God.
Amazing.
Square one.
Was that the Waterphone?
It were, yeah. No, it came in the box, and it were like really class. It looked like classy, like crocodile skin, with like a window on the top,
Amazing.
and it was square.
See, I did have a Buddha at one point.
I think everybody's had a Buddha at one point in their life.
You know what? Orgy's just said that's one thing. The Freak Show was good as well.
Yeah,
Freak Show was good.
the mod they made was shocking.
The Velocity, I never owned a Velocity.
All right,
And I can guarantee you, Orgy never owned an authentic Velocity.
Matt, did you ever own an authentic cherry bomber?
Yes.
I've got a clone cherry bomber.
Yeah, which is even more dangerous than the original.
No, it's fine. It just needs, it needs a new
the
button
clone
spring.
cherry bombers were worse than the crickets.
Yeah. What was the other one? Oh shit! I forgot the name of it. No, I've literally just had it in my head and it's gone. No.
Or is it the turbo with the fan?
What was Geek Vape's first one? Was it like the Tornado? And it had one.
Yeah.
Was it called the Tornado? And it just had one giant cap on the top. There was nothing else, and it was a velocity style deck.
I do want to put out there that the best RDA ever was the Kennedy.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I did have a lot of love for my Kennedy.
Now I bet you I've still probably got 5 or 6 Kennedys. 22 was incredible for flavour, but the 24, when that 24 came out and it sat on the top of my Able and it was just perfect.
Was that 2 or 3 post?
3. The original was 3.
Yeah.
But
Just like Roughneck. Apart from you could actually probably get a fuse Clapton in it. In the middle post.
Just.
Yeah, the Roughneck it would have struggled. Any more than 26 gauge in fuse, you were fucked.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Agreed. See, I've still got my Goon. I might get it set up and start using it again. I'm glad I never bought a Goon LP though. Oh my days.
They were dog shit.
Monstrosity.
I mean, do you know what was that? Was it an M-Turk RDA that had all the chucks in it, and then your coil sort of stuck out the top and you bent them down?
No, that was a Squid Dude.
That was it, the Squid Dude RDA. That was shocking.
That was a really bad design.
Yeah.
He needed shooting for that.
I mean, I get where he was going with it, but it was just... I mean, how do you judge what size you need based on your wire length? It's just... Oh, I can just imagine throwing it against a wall. Like...
Then again, my original Twisted Messes.
Weren't they square?
No, that was the cubes that came out with that.
Mm.
The original Twisted Messes, it were a 22mm, and you had to unscrew the top cap to turn your airflow to screw it
Yeah.
back down to set it.
Yeah, I remember that. Does anyone remember the absolute travesty of the Royal Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, for God's sake!
Shocking. Also,
I nearly bought one of those at Vape Fest because they were on special offer, and I was like, "Ooh, Royal Hunter!"
Dale
Until
was selling
somebody
them off cheap.
until somebody told me, "Yeah, no, you don't want to buy one of those." I'm like,
No.
oh, all right then.
Dale was pushing them out at a tenner a couple of years ago at Fest.
Yeah, I think
they were selling them at this expo for a £5. Royal Hunter minis. If you could make it any worse. What was that? What was that mod? That RDA? There was an RTA that came in a tin that everyone and his mum turned into a device, turned into a mod. Was it the Moonshot?
Moonshot.
Moonshot, yeah.
Yeah, that was the single worst thing to build on because of the floating deck. Whoever designed floating decks needs shooting.
I've actually found it.
You found the Moonshot?
Oh no, it's yeah.
They were like lava, they were. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
Twisted Messes.
So you used to screw the top cap to set your airflow, and then screw it back down to lock it in place.
Was that 22 mil?
Yeah.
Talking about
It's
companies
scary
that have
little
died
thing.
off and disappeared, does anyone remember anyone know what happened to Council of Vapor?
No.
I don't, but I've still got a mini vault with a Nautilus 2 sat on top of it as a stealth mod.
Is your mini vault still working? Because I
Yes.
had every single one of those
Yes.
I sold come back.
It's still working.
Oh my god.
And I bought that for a tenner. I got a full setup for 20 quid.
Nice.
And I'll show you in a second what I got with it.
The mini vault was about 40 quid when they first came out. Oh wow.
Those three. I love this RDF flavour.
The amount of clones of those, man. Oh
Yeah,
shit. Council of Vapor is still making mods.
Oh,
There you go. Can you remember this then?
The Goblin Mini.
Goblin.
What? That was the one with the screw you used to lose, wasn't it?
Well, the Goblin Mini, the first one, it was a 4-poster. Oh shit, I've actually still got juice in this.
Yeah, I remember the COV being at Expo 2 years ago. I haven't seen them in ages.
But the
Their
V2 was,
Their website's still going.
the V2 was a Velocity style deck.
Brilliant.
And the one thing that I hated about this tank, and a lot of people will if they know, that fucking thing.
Yeah,
The glass drip tip, every time you took it out of your mouth, it fell out.
yeah. One of my favourite tanks of all time was the OBS Crius RTA. Or the Crius. Which was great if you bought it in stainless steel. If you bought it in black, it leaked. Because the coating, the black coating, gave it just enough gap that it would leak out the bottom of the tank. Only to the point where it looked like it was sweating. It wouldn't piss out. But yeah, the stainless steel ones were amazing. Tiny, tiny little Velocity style deck. You couldn't ever run it about more than 40 watts, no matter what build you put in it, simply because it did not wick juice fast enough. But the flavour off of those was spot on.
Nice one, Nutsy. Chandler, what would your RDA be?
Well, you know me, I've got a huge selection of RDAs.
You just vape mouth along.
I've got. I can probably pull out all of my RDAs. I've got the recoil. I've got the one that came on top of the Mirage Mech mod. And I've got the Alpha 1. And that's about it.
You've not lived.
That's it. That is my RDA. All my other RDAs have got squonk pins in, so like the Entheon and the and what have you. So they're all squonky ones.
My mission for the next 2 weeks is to find you an OG goon.
OG game, you've got to try one.
I'm going to get one set up for Saturday, I think.
Did you not get a Pandora, Chandler?
Did I not get what?
A Pandora.
Nope.
No, I never
Robert.
got Pandora.
No. Never got a
Chandler.
Pandora.
Chandler, I'll bring you one at the weekend.
Oh, bless you. The original one or the V2?
What would you prefer?
Oh, blimey. Choice?
Yeah.
V2, please. Thank you very much.
I think I might set up my V1 Goon for Saturday and get it going again.
OG Goon was absolute fire.
Yeah,
I won
even
quite
I got
a
Pandora.
few cloud comps with that OG Goon.
Private RGA. Was the Snapdragon? I did not get on with the Snapdragon.
Is that the Rhodes? Eden mods,
yeah,
that's it, Eden.
Oh yeah, I've got the Eden mods. Was it Salix? Yeah, there you go. But it's just, again, that's a squonky thing, so I don't kind of count that as an RDA. So, yeah.
Yeah, OG Goon's all you need to survive. It is.
Yeah.
Does it get? Can you get a squonk pin for it?
Yeah, but it's a pain in the arse because
Not an official one.
I've even got squonk pins for the Pandora. I've got a bag of them.
Oh, can I have a squonk pin?
The OG Goon didn't come with a squonk pin, but I can't remember for the life of me. There was an RDA that did come with a squonk pin you could use, and a lot of people got the RDA purely for that reason.
Yeah, because I've got the squonk pin in the Vulcan. But yeah, there isn't. You can't get a squonk pin for the recoil.
The worst one to get a squonk pin for was the dot mod, because you had to replace the whole bottom deck, unscrew the whole lot, and then force it back in, and it never really quite fit. That was a dick, and it cost I think it was about €18 for the kit, and only one place in France sold them.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, Chandler.
Hello.
Have you got some Instagram adventures for us, sir?
Do you know I might have? That's it. I've clicked the button. Is it going to kick over? What is going on with my... There you go. There you go. Coil of the week. What do you reckon?
I don't like it.
It's an Inception coil.
Yeah. Do you know, it took me a while. I didn't actually notice the bit in the middle. I just thought it was like a 2-wrap coil.
No, it's definitely an Inception coil.
Yeah, it's got that bit in the middle. Again, how do you wick that? Do you put wicking around the one in the middle?
Both.
Both.
Through the middle and
oh,
around.
no, you put it like through the middle.
It just goes through the middle, but what about this coil that's just round the outside?
It goes between the two.
In between the two.
Oh, you put it in between the two, not in the...
Yeah.
Okay, right, fine. At least it's something where you can actually wick it. So, yeah, I like it. It's not perfect, is it? Because there's some gaps between the claptoning around the outside. I think it's supposed to be spaced, but it's not particularly even. But I actually quite like that.
Orgy says there better be some boobs today.
Might be.
And it better not be the fucking kid taking the picture.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's such a turn off.
Right, I found some new products because we haven't done new products yet this week. So, here you go. A billet box key. I don't know much about billet boxes, but a key for a billet box. There you go.
Sorry, Chandler. Dale just went, I better win the Caswhacker comp. I took a permanent marker to €180 mod.
Well done, Archie. You've won this week.
Orgy's an admin. He can't win. No, he can.
So yeah, I didn't realise you needed a key for a billet box, but there you go. Apparently you do, and you can get fancy keys from Vape Smarter. There you go. Just thought of that one.
I feel like that's a tool that, for a job that anyone who's got a coin didn't actually need.
Yeah, but it's fancy, isn't it? And it's look how shiny that is. I mean, it's glaring in the lens of the camera. So I mean, it's shiny. You need shinies.
That dude needs some hand moisturizer though.
He does.
Oh, yeah,
he really does.
Yeah, that's Stu. That's Stu's hand. Bless him. Right, next one. SVB. Look at, and talking of shinies, the new SVB Squonk box. Oh, they're so nice.
Yeah, but it's got a Star Wars logo on the front of it, and that's not cool.
Boba Fett, to be precise.
It's Boba Fett. It's very, very nice. Yeah, Mark hasn't got a bloody clue what we're on about.
Huh?
Bobber one.
What? Right. Okay. So it wouldn't be new products without a pod mod.
Oh fuck! Get in the bin.
Hang
Look
on.
at that. Look at that. What's up, Mark? Sorry. Oh, there we go. That's the one. Okay.
It looks like a fucking universal remote.
It's huge, isn't it? It's like a little brick. Variable everything by the looks of things. And it's a pod. What you were? Variable wattage. Presumably you get stock coils or stock pods to go with it. Why? I don't get variable wattage on a pod mod because it either works or it don't.
Yeah.
But there you go. Unless it's rebuildable, and this one isn't. So
Yeah, but you know how Smok like to overcomplicate even the most basic of things.
yeah. This is well overcomplicated. You got and it's square.
It's like ambitious,
Yeah, no, not impressed with that one.
Yeah, it's got 1500 mAh battery though.
Yeah, no, yeah, it'll last you a while. What about this one though?
Ooh.
There you go. This one comes with you can use an 18650 in it. Aha! So a pod mod that takes an 18650. Got to be a first. It's not got an internal battery.
I haven't seen that actually yet, if I'm honest.
Ah.
Kudos for that.
Yeah, I like that one. And it's where is it? MechLife Rattel. Yeah, not heard of that. But it doesn't look too bad, does it?
But what's with the name, man? That's a dumb name.
Oh, I know it's a weird name. But yeah, it looks all right with these swirly things on the side. I'm not sure about the carbon fiber one or the red and blue one, but you know, it's rebuildable as well.
Yeah, the red one looks like an MRI scan.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mark is
So-
completely zoned out. He's just like,
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. All right. Well, let's go for something. Let's go for something a little bit nice. These are now available for you to purchase on the Aspen Mods website. The latest batch of Monarchs. Oh, they are gorgeous.
Oh wow.
I so want a Monarch. I really do.
The Monarch Turk.
Sorry,
Yeah.
DM. It's because the fire button rattles.
Oh. It might even have some battery rattle too.
They're about 350 quid, aren't they?
Yes, that is
Is
the
it a series?
parallel. They're parallels.
Ah.
So yeah, I know series, and you'd have been all over it, but they're parallels.
I would, mate. I'd have
Yeah.
had one of them.
Yeah, they are gorgeous, aren't they? Look at that.
I'm not
I
very
mean,
keen on the stabwood just because I'm not a big fan of stabwood, but the black and white one, I was really
That
intrigued.
one.
That one.
I know, and I think. Hang on, have I got this one? There was about 5 pictures. If you look at that one, that is made from the same block. Can you see? You've got the black and white on the right,
Mm-hmm.
but you've got the wooden insert.
yeah.
Whereas, can you see?
Ruby makes
whoops,
them
wrong
in
one.
her kitchen, as far as I was
That
aware.
one. Josh makes them. Her other half.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Dale, was it Dale that just said it? Yeah, they are very large. They're huge mods. They're massive.
They're not.
They're big.
They're not that big. They're not.
Dual battery in that when in the 510 center.
But to get the battery in, you slide the metal bit off the top.
Oh, so you've
Yeah, the
instant
top-
fingerprint magnet.
So that top bit you pull off, but depending which one you go for, because obviously you've got the black, brass, or silver.
Yeah. Oh, we got
So-
the Rev.
Hello, Rev.
The Rev has
There
joined.
we go. Here's one for you, Kaz.
What's
So-
what's the price on these, Chandler?
About $350. I would
Dollars?
see.
Dollars,
No. When I think they're 399, 425, whatever. When it works out at around about 350 quid by the time you've converted it over, and posted it over. They were selling them at £350 at Jam. There you go.
Yeah,
But yeah, they are lovely. Right, this one's for you, Kaz.
Go on.
So I just imagine this is you taking a selfie.
A Norfolk selfie stick. Love it. Gareth Clark 79 is a customer of mine.
Really?
Yep, I know him very, very well. He's a good guy.
That's because everybody in Norfolk knows each other, don't they?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you got a light boy.
So why is he not here supporting you?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Right, unfortunately, he's getting it. Get in the bin.
Yeah, I know Gareth Clark. He buys quite a lot of high end.
Oh, here we go. Diddy's offended yet again.
Did his offender? Did it?
Is Diddy a millennial?
Get in the bin.
No, he's not a millennial.
Is he not?
Is he from Norfolk? He's probably from Suffolk, so it don't count.
Yeah.
No,
got
he's
offended
a
when I had to go.
Norfolkian.
A Norfolkian. Okay. I thought it was Norfolkian, but that's just me. Right. Yeah. Mark Ski's invaded again, and it isn't Instagram either. I nicked it off Facebook.
I'm looking forward to catching up with Martsky this weekend.
Yeah.
He's been incredibly quiet.
Yeah, I did mean to crop that, and I haven't.
He's
But there we go.
47.
He's 47 from Norfolk.
47.
Fuck.
48.
No, yeah, he just turned 48.
Oh no, 48. Fuck.
God, you're older than me. Bloody hell! I'm only 45.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Well, add 10 years, maybe.
10 decades.
Oh, okay.
He used to bully Jesus at school.
All right. Okay.
No
And
offense,
this one-
Rev. No offense.
This one, and this one that I found on Instagram. I'm sorry, but this freaked me out no end. So I'm actually going to look away while this one's on. So are you ready for this?
If it's more cats, I'm not going to be happy.
No, why that freaks me out, I have no idea. But there you go. That just chainsaws. Ugh.
Oh, I thought it was because it said sovereign on the blade and it took you back to when you smoked.
Yeah, it could well have been.
That is a Travolva.
It's a try of a. Well, no, it's a try of a things that remind you of smoking, I suppose. But yeah, I hadn't noticed John with a sovereign. Oh, hey ho.
So we need to grab. I assume that we're talking about Martsky. We need to grab him by the bullocks. Bullocks.
Bollocks. Bollocks. Right.
Bollocks.
Right. Here's one for you. There's been a new flavor release at Dark Star.
Oh, I'm
So-
not even sharing this group.
Yes!
I'm not.
They have brought out a flavor called Elvis Sandwich. Right. So it's in a two. What gets me is it's in a 200. It's available only in a 250 ml bottle shop.
They're
so-
expecting to sell a lot then.
Well, you buy it, you're going to get 250 ml of it. I mean, there you go. You've got 250 ml of the stuff to chug through. Flavor profile. Are you ready for this? It is a sandwich fit for the king of rock and roll himself. Crisp bacon with a smooth peanut butter and banana.
You know, the worst thing about that to me is the banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, for me, it's the peanut butter. I hate.
It doesn't matter what flavours are in there, because if it's got banana in it, all it's going to taste of is banana.
Yeah, your bacon? A bacon sandwich with peanut and banana? What? That doesn't even appeal in the first place.
Have
Yeah,
you
but then-
have you tried the new flavour, the ejaculate flavour? You can almost taste the chromosomes.
Oh dear. But there you go. Yeah, so that is a thing. If you do fancy a bacon, peanut butter, and banana vape, head over to Darkstar and give it a go.
Do you know what, Chandler? I've never ever looked on Darkstar, and when you told us about this earlier in week, I actually went on, and I
Did
thought
you?
I'm gonna have a little scout about and see what there is. They've got a mango flavour that I'm really intrigued in, and a peach iced tea because I've been trying to get a decent iced tea for a long time.
Is it
Yeah,
cryo?
I really do want the peach iced tea. I've been at Dark Start do occasionally do these really bonkers offers where they go, right, 20% off, but it's either for an hour or it's like until midnight. And for some reason, my Facebook feed goes 20% off at Dark Start, and they posted it yesterday. I'm like, bollocks. It's like, why is my Facebook feed like 12 hours behind everything else? If I'd have got that, you know, when they posted it, I could have had 20% off.
But yeah, so thanks for actually sharing that with me, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have actually gone on Darkstar. I've been staying away, but it's something intriguing me to go on.
That peach iced tea has caught my eye, and
there was a mango one. I think it had like a mango ice or something.
Cryo.
Possibly.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, so they have got some good concentrates on Darkstar.
So,
Huh?
what do you reckon?
Honestly, I've never tried them.
Yeah, I've tried it.
Like I'm part of their group, and I do watch what they're releasing, and yeah, I'm not going to slag them off. That flavour's not for me, but they have got a massive following.
Yeah.
DM 35% discount on stuff at Manabush at the minute.
Oh.
I'm on that now.
Mark's on that. Right, and my last Instagram of this week.
What is wrong with her?
She's slightly freaking me out, and I really don't know why. What?
You promised tits.
It did. He had John Martin.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's clearly
Sorry, John.
best.
Jokes.
Oh dear.
I'm looking forward to meeting you this weekend. I haven't met you before. Please let me in.
Oh. But yeah, there you go. That's what I've seen on Instagram this week.
To be fair, I'm intrigued in the juice more than her.
Right, fruit monster.
The juice.
Yeah,
it's
blueberry.
Monster.
Blueberry, raspberry, and lemon.
All I could see was her fucking teeth, and that was enough to put me off.
Now, mind the fact stuff. Her nose is about 3 times the length of her face.
It's not that. I don't know.
Oh my god, that looks like a penis. That actually looks like a cock. Her nose.
Oh, for God's sake.
Thing is, she's got one eye on camera, and then other one's fucking gone off.
Yeah.
She. Who is she?
The fruit monster.
That's right. She fell out the ugly tree and at every fucking branch on the way down. Fuck
Chandler,
me.
if you don't get us some good boobs by next week, I swear to God, I'm going to make everybody call you Rolf till the end of September.
Because this is your last week of it.
Oh, my last week. Sorry, I thought you meant that's it. I'm not allowed to do Instagram anymore. No, you mean Rolf. All right, okay, that's fine. Thank God for that.
Unless we can pick up enough votes for tonight for you to keep it.
No, for crying out loud.
First person to donate 1,000 bits.
Revs just said, that's weird. I have a cock shaped like a nose.
Right, Chandler, hang on 2 seconds and I'll...
I think he's referring to a chicken, to be fair.
Maybe. We've been called sexist pigs by DM.
For what?
What?
For what?
I don't know.
Sexist? Oh, how rude. Sexy pigs, that's better.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, nice save.
Hang on a minute.
Nice save.
Is John about to put 1,000 bits in?
Kaz,
could say that.
I've worked out what's wrong with your camera.
What?
It keeps trying to focus on your microphone.
Maybe.
Right,
Yeah.
Chandler, I'm going to save you here. Right, put that one up.
Put that... Oh, God, he's pinged me something. Right, hang on, let me get Messenger up.
I'm not going to lie, when I open Instagram, at 9 o'clock in the morning, this is the first I get.
Right,
I'm not joking.
Let me save that. Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Nutsy, how did you know?
What?
Nutsy, do straight away.
He knew what? He knew who it was straight away, did he? Right, let me
Jono,
jump
if
into...
this is shit, you're sacked.
Uh,
According to Orgy.
At least I'll still be a mod.
where is it? There it goes. Right, you ready for this?
Means the congregation clear off so I can get home for lunch. Wow. Why do
Let
her
me-
boobs look like a ball sack?
Whoa! Make it bigger. Make it bigger. I'm talking to myself. Make it bigger. For fuck's sake.
Oh, dear.
Mate.
Yeah.
Hang on, whoops.
Mate. Zoom in. I need
Hang
it
on,
bigger.
hang on. I'm gonna have to do some of this, I think, and I think then I'll be able to. Yes, there we go. Look, everybody's just
not gonna
just
lie.
enthralled. Right.
Personal favourite of mine on Insta.
Really?
Yeah.
She's got a face like a bag of smashed crabs.
Yeah, but look at this one.
She's tattooed up.
There is, but there's something.
don't care.
There just seems to be something missing. It's surely they've been airbrushed out.
Cass is on it as well. Cass is on it as well. There we
Look
go.
at this. It looks like someone's photoshopped a butt into the bottom of her photo.
Oh,
Right,
Oh, dear.
let's continue. Look, it continues.
Holy son of a gun.
Honestly, what is that about?
Yeah, nutsy nose.
Sorry, Rolf, I'm coming back in. Right, do you know when you drive past a car crash and you really shouldn't look?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jono, are you seriously into that?
Oh yeah, big time.
And I don't mean, Linz, come here, look.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Look, she's coming to look.
Lindsay's coming, is she?
Right. I don't know, but you brought your friends with you as well.
He looks so pleased with himself.
Leave them on the chat.
Someone clip that.
Oh, Cass! Chandler, bring the tits up.
Oh, sorry. Okay, all right. Oh dear.
You want to see her face?
Oh, that's what I'm looking at. Forget the
No, I'm
tits.
not talking about her face, I'm talking about yours.
Her face is the one thing I'm not.
Honestly, his face was like,
Orgy, clip the last 30 seconds, please.
That's it.
huh?
Oh, dear.
Cass thinks it looks like an arse that's just been
It
superimposed.
looks like somebody.
It looks like somebody. Who?
I'm talking about the top part.
Oh, the top part. I wasn't looking at the top part.
That's not female.
It's not female. Okay.
Excuse me. Not born female.
Lindsay claims that she wasn't. It wasn't. Oh God. That person.
This is
wasn't
now
born
we're now
female.
okay. We're now going to be.
Oh, we're going to start an investigation.
No, we're not.
Dear.
No. Right.
Right, there we go. And that's what Jono's seen on Instagram this week.
Mate, I've been seeing it more than this week. I'll fucking tell you now.
No, she's saying that her butt's on there too.
Oh, do you want me to show you?
But
Oh no.
there's no minge or growl or anything like that, is there? There's nothing. Whoa! Holy son of a shit! That was
Wife's out.
right. Do you know all?
Did you like how it focused and the thong of it?
Back like, what are you showing me planets for?
Do you know all in my head? All I've got in my head is.
Oh my days.
Who is she?
She's called Rachel, the busty vapor.
It's from California.
Oh, that's all right then. She's not going to come and break my door down then. Wet wipes.
Easy.
Right. I think we're about there.
I'm not finished. I'm far from finished. It
Oh.
made me sweat. I just cooled down as well.
Right, so this weekend.
I'm just looking to try and see how to get a squonk pin into my original recoil. It's got the posts over the top. Yeah.
Jono.
So this weekend.
This
we've got
weekend.
the iOS, mate.
Yes.
What are you expecting? What are you not expecting? I'm gonna say I'm not expecting free shit.
No.
My expectations.
Yeah.
If I walk away sober, then
You'll be disappointed.
it's ruined my expectations.
Yeah, but he's got to drive, so he's going to be walking away sober.
No, it's staying over.
Oh, of course, on the Friday, yeah. I don't know.
Saturday.
I'm intrigued by a drunk John Martin with a microphone. That could
Have
be.
you never been to Vape Fest?
Once.
Every Vape Fest consists of John Martin drunk with a microphone.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
right,
pretty
okay.
much.
Mark, do you know Adam Ewok?
Yes.
Right. Every event I go to, he's pissed. Every single event I've been to. Fest 3 years ago, when we camped out in the Endless marquee, he says, John, have you not got a beer? I'm like, no. He went, stay there. So I left for like 15, 20 minutes. I was like, where the freaking hell's he gone? He came back with 4 tinnies. There you go, mate. They're for you. I was like, I'm not going to drink 4 tinnies tonight. I did.
Amazing.
I've almost done 6.
That was the fest when Kevin Lester were cooking barbecue at the side of the road.
See, I think for me, I'm most excited about hanging out with you guys, to be honest with you, because I've met Mark once, a grand total of once in person.
Did you feel like Jack and the Beanstalk?
No, I felt like Gimli.
Oh,
But yeah, I think it's going to be good hanging out. I don't really know a huge amount of the iOS guys, so
I don't think Rick's going, is he? Someone confirm or deny. Is Riyadh? I hope he is. I seriously hope he is, because he needs... No. Oh, that Rick. Sorry, you put a K on the end.
oh, you mean Rick Grove?
No. Vaping with. No.
oh yeah, he'll be there surely.
That's a V. No, V1CK is there.
Yeah, Vic, not Rick.
Richard Vick will be there.
Hey, we need to teach him how to drink properly. Drink from a bottle properly.
Exactly, Reb. Nobody tosses a dwarf. All right.
Cass, what you
I'm sorry. That Gimli. I wasn't in the room at that point, but it made me laugh. That Gimli comment.
It's going to be a good afternoon. I mean, it's like I said, I'm heading down there mid to early-ish morning. Probably grab some breakfast, meet up with everyone to go for, because it starts at midday, doesn't it? So go for there, hang about. This is going to be a good laugh, good chat, have a good vape. I don't drink, so I'm not going for that aspect. I think it's going to be fun.
You see, I've got Jono and Rolf that are going to man my stand whilst I go a proper bar up. I'm then...
That's when I stock up on Cloudy Lemonade.
Yeah, we sold loads of the Cloudy Lemonade, Mark. Yeah, absolutely fucking tons of it.
Do you know what's irritated me? I won't say it's irritated me, but I got all our stock levels right. I got all the stock ready for this weekend, and I didn't have to manufacture anything extra because I got it all planned.
Aww.
I literally just had an order in for 600 bottles, so I'm going to have to
pull an all-nighter to make some more.
Amazing.
Oh.
Don't you love it when a plan comes together?
Destroyed. Anyone hanging around for?
I'm not. No, I've got to go make some phone calls.
I will for a bit.
About 2 minutes, literally, because I've got early shifting. I hate early shifts. It means I'm on the show, which is nice, but I have to get up early in the morning.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout, Diddy. Yeah, trifle. I need the trifle.
Yeah, trifle.
Oh, some more bread and butter pudding. Oh man, that shit is awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I ordered it last time, didn't I?
I don't remember.
Right. Well, thank you guys for watching. if you haven't already, hit the follow button, throw us a sub, and we probably won't be around on Friday, but we'll let you know. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.
I'm going to be in a tent in Wisbeach.
Are you tenting it in Wisbeach?
Yeah, we decided to tent it because then I don't have to go to my mum's house.
Are you bringing the family or?
Hey, thank you, Dale.
Grandma's got the kids, so it will be me and Kelly coming.
Sweet. Be good to catch up with Kelly again. Right, thank you very much for joining us. Here comes the outro.
Cheers,
See
guys.
you next.
VTUK.